dog, you getting entertained. Watch out, the dog is coming. Y'all niggas better start to running.
JK,
What's up, dog? What's up?
what's happening with you, bro? You good?
Oh man, I'm just waiting for this Canelo Alvarez and planned fight.
Yeah.
We had a good little event this weekend, and I'm actually, as I said, they rescheduled the fight from September 2nd. Uh,
You
where is
want
it?
Dylan White now?
No,
Dil-
this was this is going to be the fight in Vegas on November 27th.
Okay.
Um, I think it's is it Fulton? Uh, let's see.
Oh, a little lightweight.
Yeah, it's actually November 27th, uh, and it's Steve Fulton against Figueroa.
Oh, they
Uh,
rescheduled.
the featherweight title. Uh, Figueroa has the WBC title, and Fulton has the WBO. This fight was supposed to be September 2nd, but it got pushed back because of COVID. So
Oh,
now,
September 2nd. Okay.
the 27th, it's going to be on Showtime.
Okay. Okay.
And hopefully, I've already applied for credentials for the dog pound. So hopefully, if we can get
Yeah.
credentialed, this will be our first fight credentialed as the dog pound.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that works out. In the meantime, we have some very good things coming up. Uh,
Yeah.
but now I heard something, and I got to admit, this is the first time that I have not watched or followed up on a Clarissa Shields fight. Mainly because I've been going back and forth to LA and things like that. I got the Scully's reunion, as I told you, and I got some pictures that we'll put up. Got showing K9 boxing, with some of the old greats. As I said, I got our cut man Mike Rodriguez. He was there. Vince Hudson, of course, was there. Him and his brother, and Michael Nunn was there. I think that was just his second event since he's been out. So yeah, got to see a lot of uh, older boxers, amateurs, and hey, we represented the K9 brand. So
Yeah.
that was good. But getting back to this, what I've heard, and I'm sure you can tell me whether or not it was true. Did Carissa Shields get knocked down
Oh, when?
in her last fight? I heard it was the first time that she'd been knocked down in her professional career.
Oh, yeah. She, you know what? She did have a hard fight, but she took the girl out eventually.
Yeah,
I can't
but
remember
this was
everything that happened, but the girl gave her a fight, and she was close to beating Carissa. Carissa had to dig deep down to pull off the win.
an MMA fight though, right? Not a regular
Yeah, yeah,
boxing fight.
absolutely.
Right,
No,
right.
it wasn't a regular boxing match.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you
She
know
no, she got a long.
go ahead.
No, yeah, she had a long ways to go, before she can be on the Amanda Nunes level. Like, I
Okay.
thought just because she was a great athlete, because she can box, that she'd be able to get in there and just knock the girls out. But it's different when you got to actually watch for knees and elbows and kicks and stuff like that.
No, when you gotta fight, you ain't gotta box. You gotta fight. you know, it's the closest you can
You
come
got
to
to fight.
street
You got to
fight.
fight. Grab you,
Is it?
slam you.
Vinny says your audio is
Yeah.
low there, champ.
Oh yeah, hey, Vinny, that's my dog right there, man. He a real good dude. He the one that actually like encouraged me to, get on this live and bang the YouTube channel. So shout out to Vinny.
Now, I'm not going to be jealous because I'm out here in San Diego, and you know, but yeah, I kind of like them Knicks there though, man. If I was back in Pittsburgh, man, I'd have to rock one of them too. They pretty nice. Why don't you tell people they can get them, man? I mean, you come out here all with the swag and stuff. I know
Yeah,
it's winter time back there, back east.
yeah.
Tell them where they can get them nice little. Do they come in more than one color, man? I mean, what's up?
Oh yeah, yeah. You trying to rock that K9 boxing merch? All you gotta do is go to K9 Boxing Fitness. There you go, right there on the screen. There you go. Official website www.k9boxingfitness.com. That's right. Right.
Hey, because we see
Come
you out
promise
there.
you.
We see you out there on YouTube, Instagram and stuff, man. Talking swag all in the gym. You carrying on. I'll be seeing you out there, man.
Man, I
Yeah,
be listen. You gonna see me doing them push-ups too. I owe you. You were right. Let me tell you, you were right, bro. I hate to be wrong, but I owe you. I owe
oh
you, bro.
man. So as we get a little closer to this Canelo Caleb Plant fight,
Wow.
what's your thoughts? I mean, have you seen anything that would give you um, a hint that Caleb Plant is going to be more of a formidable opponent than we think?
Oh man, when I saw Canelo in there with Daniel Jacobs, and I saw Daniel Jacobs backing up, I was like, wow, it's Canelo that strong, and if he can back up Daniel Jacobs, who's a true super middleweight, not just a middleweight, but a super middleweight, then Caleb Plant doesn't have the same power that Daniel Jacobs have. So I just can't see Caleb Plant having enough power to keep Canelo off of him. I think it's gonna be interesting early on, but if Caleb Plant wins the first few rounds, he needs to continue to win the next few rounds, and he needs to continue to win the next few rounds, and he got to keep that same pace up, and don't let Canelo get comfortable. Because once Canelo gets comfortable, I think it's gonna be a long night for Caleb Plant.
Now, Caleb, as we know, uh, you know, great boxer. But as you said,
Yeah,
and those were my thoughts too about, can he keep Canelo off of him? But
yeah,
you know, uh, once again, this is one of those where anything can happen because this kind of reminds me when
yeah,
you think of the styles, one being a great boxer and
yeah,
and having control of the ring, and the other
yeah.
being billed as a big puncher. And I'm talking
Right.
about the comparison between Tony Harrison and Jamal Charlo. Uh,
Okay.
Tony had control of that fight, and
Yeah,
right up until the 11th round,
yeah.
where Charlo showed that he still had the strength. Are you looking for something similar to this?
Um, um, no, no, because it's a little different in this situation. You got these guys. Well, I feel like that Tony has power, and I feel like Charlo has power. I don't look at Caleb Plant as the guy that got this power. He's more of a boxer. Now Canelo is more of the guy with the power. You know what I mean?
Right,
So in this fight, it's a boxer versus a puncher. Even though Tony Harrison has the frame to be a boxer, he's more of a fighter. So and then even though Jamel Charlo is not the big Charlo, he wants to be the big Charlo. So
right,
he's more
right.
his style is more of a puncher style. He's knocking guys out. So this actually is a different type fight. And it's saying you know what that I would actually not saying it's on the same level, I would have to say the Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns was more like the Jamel Charlo Tony Harrison fight, but on a a lower level, you know what I mean? Not trying to say that these guys are on that level, but it was a boxer puncher versus a boxer puncher, and it was the same with Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo. I think the Canelo, man, Canelo is pound for pound best fighter in the world. And man, he steps every time he steps up, what I mean, he shows out. The only fight he ever lost, the only fight I think he ever gonna lose is the fight with Floyd Mayweather. But everybody else, hopefully he don't go and fight Benavidez. I think the other Benavidez, I think his name is David Benavidez at 168. He has the
Yeah,
best chance at beating Canelo. And but the other, I think his name is
Arthur.
Bebo.
Arthur.
Arthur, yeah. Oh, now that Benavidez, he better stay away from him. but but the one, but the other one, the smaller one at 168, that'll
Dimitri,
be a good fight.
you talking about Bivol? Dimitri Bivol?
Yeah, that'd be a good fight too. And I would actually have liked to see that David the Bivol guy, in there with in there with Caleb Plant, and the winner take on Canelo. But Canelo has a lot of people he can fight. I mean, there's still Jamar Charlo, and oh man, I saw Jamar Charlo on live last night, man, and it was crazy, man. Like he had a little whiskey, and his wife told him, don't. His wife said, "Don't let me embarrass you." I was like, "Wow." Yeah, he was a little tipsy, And that's the thing with them Al Heyman fighters, man. You got to stay active, and I just don't see a lot of the the Al Heyman fighters. They're not active enough, and I don't know the last time that Caleb Plant fought, but if you're gonna fight Canelo, you better be very active. He should have been fighting 3, 4 times in a row, but that's the thing. He didn't know he was gonna win the Canelo sweepstakes. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he was prepared, but
Well,
hey,
Caleb's fought more times than Canelo. I think he fought. Did he fight?
no,
Oh yeah,
no.
he fought because he fought last year.
Bet the push-ups then. Bet the push-ups. Bet some
Uh,
push-ups.
see, I'm cheating because I'm already on box rec.
There you go.
So,
So bet the push-ups then. Hurry up. Bet the push-ups before you see it.
no, I no. Now, why would I do
So we can break even. Put the
that?
oh
uh,
man. You know I'm getting old. Push-ups is harder to do now.
well, that's why you bet 100 against my 30.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true.
That's it.
That's true. So, what
See,
is your predictions though? Do you think that Canelo is gonna beat Plant? You think? I mean, I think he gonna not only beat him. I think he gonna actually stop him.
I think Canelo stops him. I'm going to say the 10th round.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Hey,
going to
that's
say the
fair. I
10th
can see
round.
that happening.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. Do you think? How you think it's gonna be? You think he's gonna knock him out, or you think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna end on cuts. On cuts, cutting. Because Caleb Plant, he wants to show everybody that he's not scared, and he gonna fight the boogeyman like Tyson Fury fought the boogeyman. And
Yeah, but see, there's a difference here, though. See,
yeah,
and I know, you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
Even though, you know, a lot of times
man, Canelo live for that.
fighters don't want to, read into it. You know that Jordan is going to be covering this fight.
Who? Michael Jordan?
No, Jordan Plant, Caleb's
Oh,
wife.
okay. Hey, she can't fight for him.
No, no,
Hey,
no. She can't fight for him, but the emotions of seeing her man,
yeah,
get beat, and this is not going to be a pretty fight. You're saying it's going into in cuts. I'm saying it's going into in a TKO. So either way, this is not going to be a pretty fight for her before
yeah.
or after.
That's
And
what I'm saying. I think it's gonna end on TKO too, because he's gonna be beat up too bad, and the referee gonna stop the fight, or the
yeah,
doctor's gonna say that's enough.
I'm wondering. I'm wondering who the referee for this bout is going to be.
Well, hey, it's gonna be somebody from Al Heyman's camp. If the fight is close, and and Canelo isn't blowing them out, they can say the winner is Caleb Plant. Excuse me. Now if Canelo have signed a 3 fight deal with Al Heyman, then the winner is Canelo, because they're gonna want to make that money because he can fight some more Al Heyman fighters, Charlo, Benavidez. Is the Bivol. It's Bivol. I don't know if he's Al Heyman fighter, but it's opportunity um with the PBC. PBC get all the fighters. Why you think that Terrence Crawford finna fight Sean Porter? Because all the welterweights are with PBC.
Well, he has quite a few weight classes kind of tied up there, right? Because you're also
Yeah,
talking about some of the other fighters that does he still have both Charlo fighters?
yeah, he do. Yeah, he do. Yeah, he got both. Yeah, they got like I say, they are one is a junior middleweight, and the other one is a middleweight. Yeah, Al Heyman changed the game. I listen. I thank God for a guy like Al Heyman that came into the sport of boxing because to me he's more for the fighter. You know what I mean? Than an average promoter. You know?
Uh, so I said 10. What do you say?
Oh, SB right. Oh no, that's SB got a picture of Canelo. What's that? Manny Pacquiao. I'm about to whoop. I'm gonna whoop that. Whoop that. What's wrong? Oh man, we about to fight tonight. Yeah, you say what now? I think Al would sacrifice a few of his fighters to be able to work with Canelo. I totally agree. The Canelo will get you that money. Canelo got the biggest name in boxing right now, so of course he'll
So
sacrifice.
anyway, you know, let's see, Caleb. Okay, we were talking about Caleb Plant, but so what's your prediction? I said 10. Do you think it's gonna go less than 10?
Man, Cornelius Bundrage is a boxing legend. Much respect and appreciation, champ. Oh, thanks, Ferris. Ferris noticed he said that boy Cornelius Bundrage is a boxing legend. Thank you, sir. And listen, I think
Well,
that
you got you 2-time junior middleweight. Come on, I mean, what was come on?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, so I mean,
I mean, it be so much hate out here, though, man. Sometimes the hate seem real. Like, man,
but yeah, man,
like,
I think we never did figure out when was the last time that Caleb Plant fought.
boy, huh? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you on box rec, right? Oh yeah,
Well,
go back and get that.
after we didn't get no bet, after we didn't get no bet, I just said, I just kind of left it alone. But I do think
uh,
that he's had a couple of fights since 2020.
no,
Who's
no.
this?
Listen, this is Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant. Listen, trust me when I tell you, Canelo had like 2 to 3 fights back to back to back because he knew he wanted to fight against I'm trying to figure what's my man's name from the last guy he fought. BJ Saunders. He knew he was gonna fight him, and he knew that Saunders had been fighting. So he said, you know what, let me go ahead and fight me a few fights and catch this guy while he rusty. Billy Joe Saunders would have been a better fight for would have fought better if he wasn't rusty. But Canelo took advantage of him, knowing that he wasn't fighting, so he fought him then.
All right.
Canelo
So wait.
Canelo learned a lot from Floyd and a lot from Oscar De La Hoya. He picking and choosing. The same thing with Jake Paul doing. That's all he doing.
Oh, we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about him a little bit too. But
Yeah,
okay, let's see. All right, I'm looking up Canelo Alvarez.
please do. Please do.
You know, box record is crazy. Okay, okay. Canelo Alvarez, active. Go.
Yeah, go look. That boy fought, man, two, three times this year, or two times this year, and one time or two times last year. He been active.
Canelo, wait, Canelo fought this year.
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, he been
Oh, okay.
sleep.
Now,
Definitely been sleep.
now you say he done fought a couple times in 2021.
Absolutely.
We ain't had but so many fights in
Well,
oh,
listen, if he
that's
ain't
right.
fought twice this year, he fought twice last year for sure. He might have fought three times last year. Oh, he been active.
I keep forgetting. I think on the box record he's Saul. Yeah, Saul Alvarez. Okay,
Yeah,
so
he fought. Go ahead.
okay. Well, so wait a minute. Hold it now. You said he fought two times in 2021.
Either
Okay.
that or
Okay.
either
Wait
in
a minute.
20.
Hold it now. No, hold it now. In
All right.
2021, he fought. Okay. You fought February 27th. He
Yeah, lighten
fought
it up.
Valderine. And then let's see,
Yeah,
in June, 2 months later, in 21, he fought Billy Joe Sanders.
yeah,
Before that, let's see, in 2020, he fought
yeah.
one time. He fought Caleb Smith. In 2019, he fought twice. He fought Kovalev
Exactly.
and he fought Danny Jacobs. So
There you go.
So wait a minute, so hold it now. So since 2019,
Yeah.
Caleb, I mean, Ca- Canelo has fought one, two, three, 5 times.
Yes.
Okay,
Five
now,
times.
okay. Now hold it now. Caleb Plant,
Yes.
21-0. Now
Yep.
let's see. Okay, so now let's see here. Okay, 2019,
Okay.
he fought Yusukati.
Okay.
2019, he also fought Mike. 2020, just like Canelo, he fought once.
Thank you. He ain't fought yet. He's going to
Hold
fight
on,
Canelo.
hold on. 2021, he fought Truax,
Okay.
and now he's going to fight Canelo.
Absolutely.
So Canelo, since 2019, has only
Yeah.
had one more fight than Caleb Plant.
Okay, but I'm right. So we even.
No, 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 no. You, you,
Hey,
you,
if I
you.
beat you by one shot in a
No,
basketball game, I won. That's all
yeah,
it
no, but maybe you might be like Shaq, and you might only make one of the two.
is. Well, as long as I win. If the show say I won, all that matter. It could be 99, 98.
Yeah, it can, but
Right.
the point being, is that neither one of them has
Oh,
set the
man.
world on fire since 2019. They both been picking and choosing.
Oh, but listen, no, that ain't bad though. For both guys to be in four times or five times, because you got to remember Kobe was nobody fighting.
Yeah,
So to
that's it.
fight five times, 4 to 5 times in 2 years is really good.
Right. That well, that's why I was surprised that both of them had fought so many times in
Exactly.
2021 because
There you go.
I'm thinking of the COVID.
Yeah. Exactly.
A lot of fights got canceled. So
Yeah.
forth and so on. So
Right.
that's why I was thinking. When you talk about like this will actually while this will be Caleb's second fight in 2021, this will be Canelo's third. So you know, it just goes to
Yeah.
show. It just goes to show. You talk about Al Heyman's fighters, you know, can't get a fight, but Canelo can get 3 fights in a year. So
Exactly. Canelo
yeah.
Canelo is his own boss, so he can fight whenever he want to.
Now,
Whoever he want to.
now, now, he had to go to quit now. See, I believe Canelo fought 2 times this year. I
There you
just said
go.
that. I just said that. If he
Oh yeah.
and when he fight Plant, it'll be his third. And when
Thank you. Now,
and
what
when
other fighters that you know that's as active as he is as a world champion, a
well,
superstar, has fought 3 times in 1 year?
well, Caleb Plant, this will be his second.
We said 3 times, not two,
Well,
three,
okay, okay,
three.
hold on. Now you just said you just said that
Yeah,
Caleb Plant, I mean that Canelo is his own boss and he can fight whenever he wants to. You just
absolutely.
said that.
Yeah,
And then the breath before that, you said that Al Heyman's fighters can't fight that many times a year. And here's Caleb Plant fighting 2 times in a year.
yeah, yeah. But I'm saying no. I said that the fighters that Al Hammond has doesn't fight. I didn't say they can't fight. Maybe they can't. Maybe they can't fight. But he got so many fighters that everybody got to get in line
Well, yeah, yeah. I
and,
just
and
I
wait their
just
turn.
find I just find it funny that and this is my man. My man's in there because, like I said, I didn't roll with
Dog,
Caleb
that's
since
my
since he
man
was
in there.
since he was back in Nashville. But it
Yeah.
seems funny that Caleb can get 2 title fights in a year, but I got let's see, I got Gary. I think my beard was black the last time Gary fought.
Who?
Uh, Gary
Oh,
Gary
man,
Russell.
man.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Anybody seen Keith Thurman? When last
Nope.
time he fought?
It's been a minute
Charlo.
since Pacquiao.
Charlo can't get a fight.
Who? Jamal?
Well, actually neither one of them can get a meaningful fight. I mean, they can get some fights that they
What?
can win. They can get some
No,
fights that
hold
they
on.
come on,
Hold
come
on.
on.
Rewind that. You said they can't get a meaningful fight?
Yeah.
Jamel Charlo just fought for all the belts.
Well, but what I'm saying is,
There
okay,
we go.
no, Jamel just had, like you said, he just fought for all the belts, but he can't
All
get
of
a
them.
fight. But he can't get a fight with Canelo.
Because he's junior middleweight. We talk about Jamel, not Jamal.
Well, hey, which one's the knockout puncher?
Well, both of them try to be, but really it's
No,
Jamal.
no, it ain't but one on this knockout puncher. Who's the knockout puncher?
Like I say, go look at the records. Jamel Charlo has been knocking guys out. He the one that stopped Tony Harrison. Jamal, though, is the bigger guy. Is really like supposed to be the knockout artist, but lately he haven't been knocking these guys out. He been getting there with some tough competition. His last fight was probably his worst performance.
I think that's who I'm thinking about. Then, who's the one out that's been asking Jamel for a fight for 2 years?
Who been asking Jamel for a fight for 2 years?
Canelo for a
Oh,
fight.
oh, he
Which
been
one
asking
is
Canelo for a fight. That's Jamal.
okay? All right. And my boy's getting back in the ring. He finally is gonna have a fight.
Who? Who?
Boo boo.
Oh
Boo
yeah,
boo's.
yeah, yeah. Your boy. Boo. You got a boo boo.
Hey man.
I got a boo boo. Yeah, Andre. And the sad part, he about to go overseas and fight though. But
Well,
I guess that's where the money at. Yeah, go where the money at.
that's what he had to do. I mean, uh, Canelo after Canelo called him all kinds of MFs and telling him to get out of the get off his stage. Then he gonna get mad because Caleb Plant called him up. What kind of is that?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Ferris want to say. Ferris says, K9, as I've stated before, you are a boxing legend. Any advice for orthodox boxers like me, boxing southpaw? So he's an orthodox boxer fighting southpaw. Well, your dominant hand is your lead hand. So make your dominant hand be very dominant. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you laying them shots, be your knockout shots, be your your dominant hand, which is the hand that's in front of you. I train my son, and he fights southpaw, and his dominant hand is in front of him too. So he has to make sure his dominant hand is his best hand because that's a strong hand. So use that like never before. You know what I mean? And work on your work on your balance. Make sure you got balance because you're not standing in your proper stance. So you're not as strong as you could be if you were in your natural stance, being that you are orthodox and not a southpaw.
And schedule as few southpaws as possible.
Oh man. But no,
Yeah.
shoot,
Come on,
Canelo.
K9. You know yourself that most fighters, if they can, they avoid southpaw.
I mean, well, I love southpaws. I took a loss against a southpaw to get it together. But like I was gonna say though, Cotto fights as a orthodox fighter, but he's really a southpaw. And Oscar De La Hoya fights as an orthodox fighter, and he's really a southpaw. So those guys are really good at throwing body shots. Like Cotto and Oscar De La Hoya got good hooks and they got good body shots, which is the lead hand because their lead hand is actually they strong hand, which actually the hand they right with. So you got to use that strong hand for hooks, which is in front of you, and to the body. And you should have a killer jab. Your jab should feel like my right hand. My right hand, man. Hope that answers your question, Ferris. K. I like that K. The K like K9. Look at me. Let's go, champ. Yeah, but yeah, I think Canelo is gonna stop playing in round 7 or 8.
So, uh,
I don't know, Vinny. Vinny, we gonna have to see. We have to talk about that one. Depends on how much you willing to spend, son.
did
How
you
much you
s-
got, champ?
did you see Holyfield's son?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw it.
What did you think about? I mean, it was a good KO.
Yeah,
It was a guy that I'm assuming
yeah,
that he was put in there. He knew that
yeah.
he was gonna make him
Exactly.
look good. I don't know
Thank
if they
you.
expected this,
Thank
but
you.
what
Yeah.
did you think? As to be expected.
Yeah, yeah. They like you just said, they put him in there with a guy to make him look good. You remember he's Evander Holyfield's son, the son of a legend. Same as Ali's grandson. He's a son of a grandson of a legend. So, hey, we gonna see what he about, few years from now. But he did what he's supposed to do. I mean, knockouts sell. And you can't sell, you know, you know, me that he's Evander Holyfield. You can't sell to me that that's Evander Holyfield's son. Just like you can sell to me that little K9 my son. I watched him fight in the amateurs, and I know what he can do, and I know what he can't do. And I saw a young man the other day that was on Olympic team who actually beat Evander Holyfield's son. And I felt that Evander Holyfield's son wasn't ready to go pro. But as long as they nursing him and they put him in there with the right person, he'd be okay. But he got a ways to go from what I saw him as an amateur. And like I say, he probably went pro because of the name, and they could use the name and market him and get him in the right fights. And even with Ali's grandson, I don't think that he's really ready or wasn't really ready to go pro. But they'll probably do like what they did with Canelo. They'll feed him, some lunch meat.
No,
Hashtag bums. Hashtag easy work. And then go from there.
I don't see the talent level in Ali's son.
Right.
I mean,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he can get so far, and I'm sure that he'll be one of those guys that'll be 21 or 23, maybe even 25 and old before like you said. I mean, there's gonna be a great build up, you know, but it's not gonna be because he's facing. top 10 talent. At least that's I don't believe. I don't see that type of progression.
Yeah,
Maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe, but right now I don't see that type of
right.
talent. You know,
He ain't the greatest.
no,
I
no,
don't think. Listen, I don't think that little Ali's grandson is going to actually,
no,
be as good as Layla Ali.
no.
Layla Ali gonna be the second best out of the Ali's.
Yeah, yeah, right now she's definitely the second best Ali. What did you think about that first ever Bridgerweight uh,
Oh,
fight?
we got Shakur Stevenson. What you think about Shakur Stevenson?
Oh, we gonna get to Shakur. Don't worry. We gonna get to
But he's
Shakur.
on the
Yeah, yeah.
screen.
Tell him, yeah, just settle down. We gonna get to Shakur.
But it's right there on the screen. We gotta say something about it because it's there. They want to know Shakur Stevenson. Is he the truth? Can he beat Javante Davis right now if they fought?
Hell
I
no,
would give him a huh?
no, no. Right now, he better not even think about jumping in there with no, no. Shakur is not on that level yet. He beat
What? You don't
he
think so?
he no he and he beat a very tough
Execution.
and he beat a very tough guy. He beat Jamal Herring. Jamal has been through a lot.
Jamel.
And he
Jamal.
well
Jamel.
well Jamal is Miss. I'll put it
Jamel.
like this.
Jamal.
I, I, I,
Jabidi.
I, I'll put it like this.
Yeah.
Let's call him Mr. Stevenson. How's that? Okay.
Oh, hey, look. That's called respect.
There you go. Okay. Okay. All right.
RESPECT.
Okay.
Come on,
So
somebody.
I'll give Mr. Stevenson his respect, but I
Give that
will
man his
not.
flowers.
But I will not. Yeah, I'll give him some flowers if he step off in the ring with Gavante. You right. He got some
Man.
flowers coming, and
Hey,
you can call
he got a
what
better
what's
chance than Rolly. Rolly on my wrist. I guarantee you that though. I
yo.
think Shakur Stevenson in that weight class, I think he better than all of them. I was telling SB, for sure. I was telling SB about about Shakur Stevenson and she understand now. Hey, that
Now,
man,
now, now, hold on, because we've had this conversation before about these junior lightweights. Well, I got to look at these rankings here because I remember you telling me that there was somebody. Hold on, I got to look at these rankings because you told me that Shakur Stevenson wasn't the best in his weight class.
I said, what now?
That Shakur Stevenson was not the best in his weight class. I'm
Oh
trying to
no no no
see.
no no no
Hold
no no
on,
no.
hold on,
Rewind
because
that.
hold on.
I said
I,
he
I'm,
was the best.
huh?
I said he was the best in his weight class.
Okay.
Whatever weight class that is, he better than all of them. I think he'll beat uh Javante Davis when the time comes. Javante Davis might be a little bit
Okay. No,
more.
no, wait a minute. No, I'm looking at the weight class on top of that because that's the weight class that Gravante's in. The
Yeah,
Gravante is actually a lightweight.
yeah. He fight
Yeah.
140 though.
Well,
He is. He is super. He's a junior welt. He's a junior welterweight 140.
right. I'm looking at the rankings. It says
Yeah,
it says right here, Ring
yeah,
Magazine lightweight up to 135 pounds. Number one, Telefimo Lopez. Number two, Vasily Machenko. Number three, Devin Haney. Number
yeah.
four, Gravante Davis.
Now they got that wrong, but
I re-
like I just tell you,
so how,
they got that
Rick,
wrong.
so make sure that after we get off this program that you
Yeah,
that you immediately contact Ring Magazine, tell them that
man.
that you need a job because they got their rankings all wrong.
Hey man, listen. You know that Oscar De La Hoya and them own Ring Magazine, so they gonna be biased on top of bias. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so wait a minute now. So now they also got right now they have Tyson Fury number one. Usyk number 2, Deontay Wilder number 3, and Anthony Joshua number 4.
Now
So
that's now, look. Hey, listen.
so that's
I make them
biased too,
clap.
huh?
Make them clap. That's right. Now that's right. Now, that one is right. I make them clap
Oh, okay. Okay.
like
So
Busta
wait.
Rhymes.
Oh,
Make them clap.
okay. So
Yeah.
that one's right. Now wait a minute. Now let's go down here to
Okay.
super middleweight.
Yeah.
Okay. Canelo
Okay.
Alvarez number 1.
Yeah.
David Benavidez number 2.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant number 3. Billy Joe Sanders number 4. And Danny
Okay.
Jacobs number 5.
I can agree with that one too. I
So
can agree with that. I keep thinking about middleweight, so that's why I'm listening. Like, where's Jamel or I
oh,
mean
okay. Oh, okay.
Jamar?
Okay. Wait. Hold on. I'm coming to
Okay.
middleweights. I'm coming to
Yeah.
middleweights right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this gonna be
Number one.
interesting.
Number
Okay.
one. Jamal Charlo.
Uh,
Number 2. Triple G. Number 3.
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo.
I knew it.
Number
Boo Boo.
4. Murata. And number 5. Mungia.
Marauder. Hey, I told SB we should get a Marauder. Marauder. I don't know. I don't know who Marauder is, but hey, that's a good vehicle. Marauder. But I don't know. Hey, Jamel. Hey, the guy. I mean, Jamal. The guy that Jamal just fought. He need to be up there because that guy. Hey, listen, that guy. A lot of people think that he beat Jamal, so he need to be up in there somewhere.
Let's go to junior middleweight. See
Wow,
how
they
you
had
agree
making
with
some
that.
good views. You know,
Okay.
Stevenson, Herring. Let me say this real quick. Steven and Herring on ESPN, they had over 1 million and some views. They peaked at 1 million, and I can't really see it because it's at a distance. But yeah, they did real good numbers according to Boxing Scene as far as viewership.
They did real good numbers considering that
Yeah,
they were, I think, because the pay per view, weren't they?
no, it's on ESPN, free
No,
TV.
I said they were up against the pay per view. Wasn't there a pay per view fight on at the same time?
No, no, it
No,
wasn't.
no.
No,
I thought they were. I thought the uh, what's that English station, boxing station? I thought they had some on. But anyway, let's go to junior middleweights here. Number 1,
yeah,
Brian Costango.
okay,
Number 2, Jamel Herring. I mean Jamel Charlo. I'm sorry.
okay.
No,
Hold on, you said. Hold on, say that again. Number one, who?
Brian Castano.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He beat. He just beat Jamel Charlo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm I'm giving you the rankings. You the one
Yeah.
that told me. You the one that told me that this was garbage, and you supposed. And I'm trying to
Oh,
get.
I did
I'm
not
trying.
say it was garbage. I just said, hey, it wasn't right. The one
Okay.
you had last time, they had it wrong.
Okay. Number
Now they on
3.
point though,
Okay.
huh?
Number 3, Erickson Lubin.
Oh yeah, yeah. He a beast. He a beast. Yeah, he up there. That's that boy. What about the Sebastian guy, Fedor?
Hold on. Uh, Tim Tezuka is number 4, and
Kasazu, Kasazu.
Fedor is number 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's that. Hey, that's there. That's fire. That's fire.
And we might as well go to welterweight.
Yeah.
Number
I see
one,
you. I see you, D.
number
Go ahead.
one, Errol Spence.
Oh yeah,
Number 2, Terrence Crawford.
and Crawford. Yeah,
Number 3, Ugas.
Ugas. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Gotta put him up there.
Number 4, Sean Porter.
Yeah.
And number 5, Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Nah, nah. Yeah, but you might have to put the what's the little guy right there? The Enos guy. Enos. You gotta put Enos before
He's
him. I
number
think.
6.
Yeah, he should be number. He should be number
He
one,
was
two,
he
three,
was
four,
he he's
five.
be he's between well, he's number 6 and as I said, Virgil is number 5.
Hey,
Danny
let's put
Garcia is number 7.
yeah, Virgil versus Enos would be a great fight. Put that on the card with Errol Spence if he comes back healthy against Terrence Crawford.
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one for you. I think what are these? Junior welterweight, Josh Taylor, number 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he a beast. Yeah, he got all the belts.
Jose Ramirez, number 2.
No, I don't know about that one.
Regis Progress, number 3.
Oh yeah.
Gravante Davis, number 4.
What? Hold on. Hold on. Nope. How is he number 4?
How is he number 4?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
trying to figure that
let's
one out.
see. All right, well, because he was previously at number 5, so he's moved up one.
Yeah, but I mean, he ain't never lost. And you gotta remember, it's not just about how good you are; it's about the ticket sales too. Because don't nobody care about how good you can fight if you can't sell tickets. Hey, I would give you a perfect example. Uh, Eric Solandi Lara could fight his butt off, but he wasn't selling no tickets. I'm saying he wasn't selling no tickets. So you got to be able to market yourself. You got to be able to fight. Jake Paul in the beginning was nothing but a YouTuber, and now he's starting to learn how to fight. But he could sell tickets. He went and signed a show. The man had no boxing experience at all. He had
Well, wait a minute
zero
now.
amateur fights, and signed with Showtime.
Okay, well
He
now,
went from network to network, from Triller to Showtime.
but you got now. Remember, you also got Gravante Davis, that's ranked as what, the number 4. What is that? What weight class is that? Let me get back
That's the
down here.
130, 130, or 135.
He's ranked number 4 at 135.
There you go. That's probably why he's not so ranked that high at 140 because who knows if he's gonna stay down there at 140. What division is Rolly in? Because that's what he's at. He should be at.
Who?
Rolly, the guy he's about to fight named Rolly. Rolly on my wrist.
Uh, Rolly's not right. Hold on.
Wow, well, how's he fighting for a belt then?
Well, a lot of guys not. That might be why he's fighting for a belt. Yeah, that's who his next fight. That's right, and this is at December 5th.
Yeah. What weight class?
Rolando Romero.
Yeah. What weight
Yeah,
class?
he's fighting at I believe that's 135.
135. Okay. Oh man, that's gonna
Uh,
that's gonna be an entertaining fight though. For it's lasted long, it's gonna be probably like a Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler type fight. Somebody going down in round one. Maybe it might be a Shakur
uh,
Powell K9 Bunches fight, a double knockdown.
hey, might be.
Who knows?
Um,
But they
now,
coming to bang. They banging.
now, and this is the reason why I wanted to talk about the Shakur Stevens fight uh,
Yeah.
versus Herring,
Okay.
because it got kind of personal. Uh, you
Yeah.
know, with Herring's wife.
Yeah.
Having to, I mean, there was some things said that shouldn't have been by Shakur Stevens's corner. I mean, to me, it's one thing when you get involved with the fighters, but I
Yeah.
don't think that you should necessarily bring family into the picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey. I tell you, when I fought Corey Spinks, his wife was very involved. Like she was going on social media and say all kinds of things bad about me. So she put herself in the mix, and I understand that's your husband, but I'm fighting your husband. I don't have nothing against him. It's just a fight. I happen to be the champ of the
But
world, but at the time he happened to be the champ of the world, so it was just business. But she could not stand me. Do you know that she actually, when I lost the title to Ishe Smith, she called my wife and told her how does that feel, or karma or something like that. But then when I won the title back, she didn't call. So it was crazy. So I mean, the lady hated me for whooping her husband. I mean, I don't have anything against him. It was a sport. It's a sport. You win some, you lose some. It was just something about me.
maybe because you
Yeah.
did it. Maybe because you did it twice.
Oh well, she texts. She texts. She didn't call. She texts. Right. But then,
Uh,
but once the call got called towards the number, the person hung up. But you can tell that voice was like, oh yeah, that sounds. I know exactly who that is. Unbelievable. Yep.
so
Yep.
now that we've gotten to this point here because
You say you gonna
I
crunch roll you, you gonna crush roll you, boy.
I,
You sound
I
like you from
want
Texas. You say you gonna crunch roll you instead of crush.
I want to know what you think about this you talking about you talking about Rolly and Gavante. Yeah, there's I think
Yeah,
Gavante
my dog
setting
said
the
he gonna crunch
stage.
him.
Yeah, I hope he does because if he looks like he looked against what man uh
So P say he go. Yeah, really, Rolly seems think he can catch him.
yeah,
Rolly think
Rolly
he can
said
catch whoever.
Rolly say you can catch lightning in a bottle. We'll see. We'll see. Um, what do you think, or how long do you think uh, Deontay should stay out after his that last fight with Fury? Do you think that he should think about fighting before June of next year?
Who? Which one?
The one that lost.
Oh, you said. Oh, you talking about?
The
Hey,
one.
did nobody lose? Man, the fans won that fight. Them boys was banging. You said it should. Hey, now he had to do surgery. He got surgery. I think on his hand, something.
On his
Wilder said that fight was good.
he got surgery on his arm. He got surgery, I believe, on his hand.
Yeah.
And as I told you, he's got those hairline fractures in his hip.
Oh wow. Yeah. Word on the streets, man, is that I think he should have ran for that fight. I heard that he did no running, and he just did a lot of personal training. Because the streets be talking, and you gotta run. You can't just sit there and just do personal training. I remember Chad Dawson came to Detroit. We talking about the champ of the world. And he had a routine that certain days he did personal training and he wouldn't do no boxing. Then certain days he would box, and then certain days he would do personal training and wouldn't do no boxing. If you're a boxer, you have to do boxing. You know what I'm saying? That personal training comes after boxing. Personal training don't come before boxing. And Deontay Wilder did a lot of personal training. Was worried about, I guess, being strong and being able to handle the weight that Tyson Fury was going to actually try to use against him. And doing that, he didn't want to run because if you run, you're going to be dropping weight. So he didn't run. And I think that hurt him because he didn't have the stamina. He was tired in the first round. But his heart carried him all the way to the round until he actually got stopped. But I take my hat off to him. The boy got heart, and I see why he didn't want Mark Beaton to stop the fight the first time. That man is a beast. That man got a heart of a lion.
But sometimes, and K9, you know it probably better than anybody else. Having come out of Chrome Gym, sometimes you have to save a fighter from.
Yeah, but it's different. See, if Tyson Fury could punch like Deontay Wilder, then stop the fight. Stop it, like you say in the gym. Stop it. But Tyson Fury just a big dude, and being 6'9", he can still hurt you, can still knock you out because he's a big dude, 6'9". 6'9", that 278 pounds is a bunch of flabber. You know what I'm saying? But It's still weight. So he still got weight behind his punches because he a big dude. And like I always tell you, and like I always tell the people on here, I sparred the champ of the world before he was the champ of the world, Tyson Fury, at the Crunk Gym. And he definitely demands a lot of respect. When you step in the ring with him, that man is 6'9". Let me rewind that. That man is 6'9", so you gonna have to respect that man. And Wilder never had a plan B. His plan A was his plan B. The right hand, the right hand, the right hand. The right hand, my man, didn't land. And, that was the end of Deontay Wilder. But like I say, his heart carried him all the way to all the rounds. And you predicted it would go as far as it did. I didn't think it would. Not saying that I thought either guy would lose. I knew somebody was going to lose, and I knew it was going to be a knockout. But I just didn't think that it would go that long because it was just such a build-up in that fight, and both guys wanted it bad, and both guys are giants. So I didn't think it would go that long, and it did. And I was surprised, and I take my head off to you, James. You was right.
Oh man, hey man,
Champ, you was right.
I was looking at this boxing card, man, for
Yeah,
this September 27th, right?
yeah.
And
Take my
little
headphones on.
little Gary is on here, Gary Russell Jr.,
Okay.
Gary Antonio, and
Yeah, yeah.
Rashid Warren is also on that card. So
Okay.
it's a good little fight card.
Yeah.
Should be very exciting. And whatever happened to my man Rambo from River Rouge?
Oh yeah, them boys have good fighting. Yeah, them guys. You got them guys older than me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm the only old dog that know new tricks. So yeah, I'm still around. Actually, speaking of Marlon called me today, and Rambo. Listen, see the guy he talking about named Rambo from River Rouge. That guy was better than Floyd Mayweather. If that guy would have stayed boxing, man, he would have been Floyd before Floyd. So he talking about some guys that really can throw them hands. Like Rambo was a beast. And Cotty King, everybody named Mama know who Cotty King is. He was, he walk into a room, you just think that you're around a celebrity because the man always knew how to dress, and he could fight. And so both all these guys he's mentioning right now could fight.
Gotti
Marlon
be
guy, I
on
feel like he'll be like a kid.
Gotti be on social media. I see him up there on a whole bunch of stuff. Gotti is still around.
Yeah, yeah. Cotty was the beast, man. Cotty, like I say, Cotty could fight, but Cotty knew how to dress too. So Cotty was like the ladies' man. He got about 30 kids. Cotty
be
got a bunch
fruitful,
of kids around this boy.
be
Dig?
fruitful and multiply. Right? Ain't that what it
Oh
said in the
my
good
man, listen.
book?
Yo, his name will live on forever. As long as we have a world, Earth, and seeing on this boy in this world, oh, let me tell you something. Cotty kids will be around. His kids will be around. And we talking about to 10,000th generation. Yeah, but listen, the guy he just brought up, D just brought up named Marlon. This guy was a beast. This guy he beat Oscar De La Hoya, but when Oscar De La Hoya was the man, he sparred Marlon Thomas, and Marlon Thomas gave Oscar De La Hoya black eyes. He beat Oscar up so bad in the gym, Oscar De La Hoya sent him back home and said, "No mas." He said he sounded like Roberto Duran. Yeah, he said no mas for sure. So yeah, there were some crunk legends that he just actually brought up. Cotty King and Marlon Thomas. And like I say, Rambo used to be on the same team with me. And I think Rambo might have beat Floyd Mayweather in the amateurs. I know they sparred before, and I'm quite sure Rambo got the best of him. Rambo was a beast, bro. That boy was a dog. But I ended up actually surprisingly had a longer, I had a more of a accomplished career than they did, which is a surprise because I was in last place. Then looked at as a guy that had the skills. I had the heart, man, and with God, all things are possible. Look at me. Look at me now, champ. Look at me. They know me all around the world, champ. We going from state to state. Dog pound. Yeah, let's go, champ. Let's go,
now,
Chad. Let's go.
now, you
Yeah,
know,
he came down the building.
your boy Boots.
Yeah,
Boots has got a fight coming up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's fighting Thomas Delorme.
Oh man, easy work. Yeah, he's done. He's been done for a few fights ago. But it's a good step up fight to give him experience that he gonna need because he's good, but he ain't never had the experience that he don't have the experience that Errol Spence and Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford and them got. I mean, a good fight for him would really be a fight against Sean Porter. You know what I mean? That'll show us what kind of fighter he is because everybody's saying he's this next big thing. And a good test is going to be against Derome. But I would like to see him in there with Sean Porter. If Sean Porter gets past, Terrence Crawford, which a lot of people don't think he will, that's a real test for Enos because they saying he this and he that, and I heard people say, man, this guy right here is
So,
that
so,
deal.
uh, so you gonna make Sean Porter the gatekeeper if he loses to Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, man, yes, that man, he's a great gatekeeper. That guy can fight. Sean Porter would give
I
any fighter
understand that, but I mean,
problems.
what kind of money do you think that I mean that Sean Porter is going to be asking for, win or lose against Terrence Crawford? Do you think that
Oh man,
Boots is going to be in that pay grade?
of course. Listen, I don't know who Jaron Enos is signed with, but he's supposed to be the next big thing.
Yeah, he is. I
So
understand
whoever
that.
he's with, they got that money. They got that bag, man. They got that bag to give to Sean Porter, and that would be a great fight if Sean Porter go out there and take punishment. As long as he don't get knocked out, I would call Sean Porter out right away because that'd be some good work for him, some real good work to help him get to the next level. Because Demar Denome, all he is somebody to help him get some experience to get to the next level. So Sean Porter would be the same guy. But I mean, if Sean Porter don't get stopped, which he probably won't get stopped, then Sean Porter might be too much for him. So they probably won't even go that route.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here.
Put him in there with Keith
Uh,
Thurman. That'd be another good test.
yeah,
And Keith Thurman ain't fought since Gary Russell fought,
maybe
and Gary
before that.
Russell ain't fought since Adrian Broner fought.
uh, what do you think? Your boy says that now he wants to fight Nate Diaz, and I'm
Now you gotta
talking
listen
about.
to what he said.
I'm
He
talking
just
about.
said, "Say
I'm
that, bro.
talking.
I was a legend for the city." That's
Huh?
right. Now go ahead and say it again. No, this is my man.
No.
He gangster. He
Well,
put y'all guys up on game.
Ian says he's gonna eat up the Lord like a Thanksgiving turkey. That's what he says. According
Yeah,
to
I mean he's tailor made for him. Like they pick the fight. They picking and choosing.
yeah,
Today's fighters, and I mean I ain't mad at them because you're supposed to build your fighters, but it ain't nothing like it used to be. Like way back in the days, and I got it the hard way, so it's easy for me to say what I want to say to any fighter and mean what I say because I had it the hard way. Nobody give me nothing. I had it the hard way. Managers did not knock at my door. Promoters did not knock at my door. I had to kick the door down to get to where I ended up being, or to become a two-time world champ. So when you say, these guys like Enos, who's fighting against a guy he says he's going to eat him like a chicken or a turkey dinner. Okay, you ain't say that about Terrence Crawford. Say
well,
that about
he,
Errol Spence. Say that about Sean Porter.
but he ain't. But he's not there yet. You gotta wait. You gotta
Yeah.
give a see. I mean, you got. Vinny asked you, what do you
What?
think of Tim Zoo?
Yeah, but hold on. I'm gonna mention him. But before you say that about this guy, who's punch
Uh,
drunk probably or ain't the same fighter, don't say nothing. Just go out there and handle your business and say that about the good fighters.
He
That's the
got to
main stuff.
promote the fight, K9. He got to promote the fight. He needs to sell.
Man,
Boots still selling tickets.
no, he ain't selling no tickets. It's people at Detroit selling
Oh,
tickets.
they sell they
The
sell them
fighters in
four,
the inner city.
they sell they sell them four boots. You
And
know,
I
you
ain't
know.
mad.
Come on now, you got some barbershops around the neighborhood selling tickets for the fight. Come on now, I know
uh,
he a Michigan guy. I know you got some barbershop in Detroit is selling tickets to this fight.
no, I
No,
don't know. That Tim Kazoo. You know that's Kazoo's son right there.
yeah,
He's
yeah, no,
number one fighter for the
but
fight for the belt.
But
Huh?
but but hold on now. You mean to tell me in Detroit ain't nobody selling tickets for boots? Y'all ain't backing your homeboy?
Boots ain't from Detroit.
Ain't he from Michigan? Ain't he?
No.
I thought Boots was from Michigan. Where
Well, I
Boots
don't
from?
think so. I don't think so. You may have the wrong boots. We got a few boots here.
Okay, no,
we
I
got
thought.
boots. We got boots mobile. We got a lot of them here. They from Detroit. They from everywhere. I could get an iPhone for boots. But the
Let me
boots you
see.
know,
Oh
I just
no,
gave my son some
no
boots
no.
too.
You right. He's a
Some
Philly
polo
fighter.
boots.
He's a Philly fighter. Boots is a Philly fighter.
Okay, I know he ain't from here. Hey, the Philly fighters end up punch drunk, so you better watch out. They be thinking that stuff is tough. Like, I'm tough. Tough don't get you nothing, bro. You got to be smart and sharp. Mayweather said all the time, I was the smartest. I left out the ring with all my faculties,
Yeah,
all
yeah. I
my
mean,
initiatives.
hey, I mean, you know, like I said,
And God is
one,
sad. Hey,
one.
it's sad though. Melvin Taylor, he's out of
Uh,
Philly, man. Man, I don't understand nothing he said, man. And man, he took too much punishment to be such
hey,
a good offensive fighter.
Michael Spinks. I mean, Leon.
He was
You
the
could.
smartest man. He was one of the smartest men in the world, boy. He took that whooping from Mike Tyson and went and did movies. I ain't saw him since.
See, you know, he learned that was not his thing. But hey, man, look here. It's getting coming down the line a little bit. Let's go with the
Okay,
K9's corner, man. Let's see what's going on.
man. At
Oh,
K9's
wait a minute.
corner.
Hold on.
Uh oh.
You never did answer me about your boy, Jake
Who?
Paul versus Nate Diaz. Is he taking on a little bit more than he can chew?
Oh no, I didn't hear that he was fighting against Nate Diaz. I heard he was finna fight against Tyson Fury's brother.
No, no. Well, once again, you say they don't know what they're talking about, but Ring Magazine says that there's now they haven't set the date and all that, but
Okay.
supposedly there's a signing as of yesterday for them to fight. Now where and when and all that, but
Oh,
they're in the preliminary stages that uh, Jake Paul will be fighting
yeah,
Nate Diaz.
yeah.
What
Oh wow. Okay.
now? Do you think it would be a better fight for him to fight Fury instead of Diaz?
Oh yeah. I really because of the name, because of the money, he'll do better fighting against Diaz, who's a little bigger name, a bigger draw. But
Yeah,
fight
here it
wise,
is.
like the better fight,
Sources. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
the better fight would be against Tommy Fury. I mean the Fury, Fury kid. So I would rather see him against Fury. Fury didn't look that good his last fight. Jake Paul finally went the distance. I would say that would be a better fight. But Nate Diaz, he'd been in a lot of wars, and even though he can box, he hasn't been in a boxing ring. I don't think ever. Like he hasn't actually did any boxing like pro fights. So I would give the edge to Jake Paul, and which would be another armed robbery, unarmed robbery. You know what I'm saying? He'd be robbing the bank again, and they'll be selling the fight be through their celebrity, and it'd be a fight I wouldn't mind covering because I would get a lot of people viewing and so but I'd rather see him, as a fan of boxing, I'd rather see him in the ring with Fury.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I agree,
So
JP.
so yeah, let's talk about K9's corner. What's going on tonight in K9's corner?
Oh man, in K9's corner. man, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Because boy, oh boy, we about to rumble this Saturday. It's gonna be a pro-am show, featuring Little K9 and featuring my other little fighter, Little DJ. So, good thing that they were ready. You know what I mean? They stay in the gym. You know, a lot of fighters don't stay in the gym, and it's not good because if you're not a world champion, you're not going to be able to say when you want to fight, and who you're going to fight. But you can't pick and choose. So, as an amateur and as a pro that's up and coming, you got to stay ready. You know what I mean? So you don't have to get ready. So, Little K9 is ready and my fighter DJ is ready. So at K9's corner, you gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Like, I know every Tuesday I'm ready. 9 p.m. I got my popcorn, you know what I'm saying? I got my K9 gear on. You can get that at K9 Boxing Fitness at www.k9boxing. But I'm always ready. I learned that in the beginning of my career. I fought against a guy named Joy Julio on a 3 week notice. Guess what? I didn't stay ready. I wasn't ready. I lost 36 pounds in 3 weeks. Let me rewind that. I lost 36 pounds in 3 weeks and I got smashed. And when the referee stopped the fight, I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I was so booked. I had lost so much weight and I learned to stay ready so I don't have to get ready. So for anybody that's doing anything in life where you have to be ready at all times, you got to do whatever you got to do to be ready. So at 9 o'clock, y'all make sure y'all are already ready. Have y'all popcorn and be ready for me and JK at K Down Boxing on the Dog Pound every Tuesday at 9 p.m. And you can find me on all social media, JK K9 Boxing, and from Instagram to Twitter and Facebook is all K9 Boxing. And if you're in the city, you want to learn how to throw a real good jab or a right hand, a left hook, any kind of punch you want to learn how to throw, you can come to Title Boxing. I'm there 7 days a week. And JK, do you agree, man, that fighters should stay ready so they don't have to get ready?
Hey, you should. Oh, that don't just apply to the fighters.
Yes,
That applies to people in life. Stay ready so
yes,
you don't have to get ready, because you
yes,
never know. I mean, we just had a COVID pandemic. Nobody foresaw that coming. So
absolutely.
like you say,
Yes,
hey, you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So yeah, that
absolutely.
that applies all around. And
Absolutely.
you can find me. Look under
Yeah,
J.E. King almost all social media,
yeah,
Instagram, Facebook. I'm there. And if I'm not
yeah,
there as J.E. King, look
yeah.
under West Coast Steeler fan. So,
There you go.
hey,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
yeah.
hey,
Hey, hey, hey,
man, go ahead.
hey, JK. Now, before we go, I want to say, I want to Brock on what we just got through talking about. It's like even with if you're a father, and your family depend on you. You should set up some kind of funds, put up some money to the side, have some insurance or something on yourself. So, so your family can be ready if anything happens. You know what I mean? You don't want to leave your family and they don't have anything, they don't have any money to bury you or nothing. So, you got to stay ready so you have to get ready at all times on all situations. Like you say, COVID hit. We wasn't ready for that. You know what I mean?
That,
When
make sure, that go for you guys out there talking about stacks and all that and
exactly.
hanging out on the corner. You know,
Yep.
make sure that you put away some money to bury your ass, because sooner or later somebody gonna have to do it. You know,
Absolutely.
and if not for that, for when you get shot, run away from the scene, and
Yep.
somebody have to
There you
take
go.
care of you. So
Yep.
even if you out there doing stupid shit, excuse me, okay, now I don't know what this is. You might not be MA like I am, but even
Yeah.
if you out there on the corner doing stupid stuff,
Yeah.
you still have to be ready at all times.
At all times. Yeah. So that, like you say, that applies to everything in life. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know what I mean? Somebody run up on you, you better know how to fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's on you.
Wait, hold on. I got to go get my gun. What?
Nope, it's too late. So you gotta stay ready.
hey,
You have to get
hey,
ready.
you know, just speaking, from experience,
Yeah,
a good butt whooping to make you run past the car. You won't even think about stopping at the car to get your gut. You will run past the car to get away from that butt whooping. But
that's
that's
right.
but that's just
Right. Yeah,
it's,
that's right. So there you have it at K9's Corner. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. Thank you guys. And JK, good night.
have a good one, man. I'll
All right.
talk to you later, man. Talk to you
Much
next
love,
Tuesday.
bro.
All
All right.
right.
See you. All right.